Good day everyone, thank you for coming to the channel. Today I would like to showcase my Whirlwind Assassin. So yeah, I'm an assassin lover, I have so many. And this is another variation, and assassin has access to certain specific Runeword with the claws, right? So yeah, I'm using, these two. So Chaos. This is the main thing that allows me to give me the Whirlwind. And I bought this one with 3 other modifiers, and it's Lightning Sentry, Mind Blast, and Shadow Master. So the main thing is to 3 the Lightning Sentry because that's the main part of the build still. And Shadow Master and Mind Blast, by having it right there, I don't have to put any points to get there. So I thought that was very beneficial. And then for my main hand, I'm using a Fury, and this one came with Mind Blast and a weapon block. So to me it was valuable, so I picked it up. And yeah, the base had that 1 attack rating, but it didn't have any enhanced damage. Like these claws I think they're really hard to find, because when you see the claw on the ground, there is no special indicator that shows you. I mean, if 3 socket, this Suaja or whatever Suyaya is on the ground, you only see a gray name of it, right? It wouldn't say superior, like other weapon bases, like superior berserker axe, right? Then right away okay, the modifier must be more like durability or enhanced damage or attack rating. Then you gotta pick it up. But with claws, it's not like that. Sometimes a pure white claw might have 9 of these plus talent, plus these abilities. So make it really worthwhile, but to be honest, normal players don't really look around for these. So I try to pick it up every time I see a claw, especially if it's a base that I know is worth it. Like this Runic Talons, it's the fastest base. This is an upgrade of a Greta Talons. So this is worth looking up just to see. I mean, if it doesn't have the sockets, that's fine, because you could socket it. So the main thing would be the skills, right? Does it have plus lightning and then whatever? And this has maximum durability, and for me, because I use an auto rune to repair, I prefer more durability because I don't use gold. So anyways, moving on. So here's my chest, Enigma out of a mage plate. It's 1-off perfect, whatever's. And then I'm using a G-Face with 9 dex and 15 hour res jewel. And that's obviously because this is a hybrid. This is a caster plus melee. So G-Face, I mean, and also the graphics though, right? Look at the visual on Toon. I mean, so I wonder how this is gonna look. Actually, there should be a YouTube video that shows all the graphics already. I didn't see how this would look, but I mean, I'm curious how this will look on Resurrected. And I think it will look beautiful. And then for my necklace, I'm using a Mara. And I have a High Lord right here that I was using, but the attack speed doesn't help me at all because of my claws. But I am speed bugging it because I thought I didn't have to, but when I had the main Runic Talon over here and saw my lane graphic animation, I could clearly tell that's not 9 frames per second, which is the fastest. So although the calculator says if I set up like this, it would be the fastest, it looks like I have to speed bug this. But yeah, so I don't need a 20 attack speed, because all that just puts me at the max speed. So I figure plus skill would be better because my base is still lightning. So that's why I kind of have Mara here. But I think you could get this one too. It's kind of up to preference if you want to go more melee base maybe. Anyways, for my boots, I'm using Gore. No, it's not even 200 ET, but yeah, I don't really care because all I need is a crushing blow. And Arach for the plus skill. That's because my base is Lightning Sentry. Raven, perfect. And then I'm using SOJ. I was using BK Ring, or yeah, you know what? On here again, because it's Lightning Sentry base with plus skill. You need plus skill, so that only gives you BK Ring or SOJ. And I figure SOJ would be better because it has lightning damage. Because on my glove, I'm using this, which almost no one ever uses. Soul Drainer, Dual Leech. And it has this weaken, but when you whirlwind, all these things don't proc. That's why, like on the Breath of the Dying, when a barbarian is wielding and whirlwinding it, the Nova, Poison Nova, never procs. It's kind of unfortunate, but that's how the game is. So, you know, this is my gear setup. And my offhand, I'm using a CTA with, you know, Bow Spirit. This is 35 FCR. So I have like, you know, 55 this way. And then for my charms, I'm using Trap Lifers. And then Annie, Torch. And I'm using all these all reds. And then here's one, you know, AR and Life. And for my strength wise, I put really little. Like, cause you know, Mage Plate is such a small, you know, minimal requirement. I didn't have to put any to, you know, get like 146 or something. And I put little to get to 156 here. And then I put enough into my vitality so that after I bow, I'll be at 2500. So I think, you know, between 2 to 2500, 2k to 2.5, right? I think that should be a good enough life. And the rest I dumped into Dex, and which helped boost my, you know, attack rating and, you know, my damage as well. So my talents, again, you know, it's a Lightning Sentry base, so these 4, the way I see, are immovable. It's undisputed. You cannot move any of these. Then it leaves you with like 20 somewhat points to kind of play around. And that's why I guess having, you know, those extra skills or talents off of your claw is really, you know, critical. Otherwise, you know, you would have to put points to get to these certain spots if you want them. So for me, you know, I went 1 up to here, and then I maxed out Claw Mastery because, you know, I'm using Claw. Again, it's a hybrid, so my thing is, you know, doing spell casting with Lightning Sentry and still, you know, whirlwinding around my enemies to, you know, help the killing process. That's my, you know, whole spec here. So this is how I talent it. And for a mercenary, just nothing else. Infinity Merc with, you know, random fort, E fort, and Randy, you know, with increased attack speed and fire residual. And this one is also a might, I know. So he will also boost my damage as well. So yeah, that's my overall setup. Let me go ahead and do a cow, and then Diablo, and then Bale. So let me go ahead and buff up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get this guy out, and I got a E-Bug. So, you know, I mentioned the E-Bug thing in other videos, especially my Frenzy Barbarian that had a phase blade that I had to, you know, E-Bug. So what you do is that the claw that you want to be on the main side, you put it on the right side. And then this weapon or whatever, you just lift it up and drop it. Then what happens is that in the graphics wise too, you know, this one is hard to tell because claws are kind of really similar looking, but you could see on my Frenzy Barbarian video where, you know, he's using a phase blade and a, ooh, wow, oh my god, mana burn. So he's using a phase blade and a Colossus sword. So the graphic differences are very clear. Like, so yeah, you can see that video, check it out if you want to see. And so, but yeah, like by E-bugging, my trap length speed is the fastest at 9 frames per second. And if you see my, I guess, key layout too, I put Whirlwind on my left. So for me, I guess if you see, like X is my Lightning Sentry, and Z is my teleport, and C is my Death Sentry. So, oh, you know, let me just rebuff. And yeah, she died because the, you know, the plus Shadow Master is off of here. So if you swap and don't do anything, she'll stay. But if you do any ability, then she will die because, you know, game will read that you don't have the ability anymore, right? So, but yeah, you know, this is the overall killing speed as well. It's, you know, very, very fast because Lightning Sentry base. Lightning Sentry is such a strong ability to begin. And on top of that, like, you know, I'm adding my melee ability. So to be honest, like, it's like an icing on the cake, right? I mean, I don't even need this because Lightning Sentry is so strong on its own, and I maxed it out so much. So it's really powerful just on that. And one thing, like with my Trapsin, the only Trapsin I have, like that I showcase on my other video too, like she suffers from mana because she's only casting, and she has no way of leeching. Like her way of regenerating mana is really horrible. So it's really hard for her to kind of get mana back. So for her, I had to put a lot into energy to kind of compensate that. So she's running, like, if I remember correctly, 2k hit points and 2k mana after bow. And by increasing her pool, actually it relieved my mana problem. I didn't have to have crazy regen or insight. So she's wielding infinity. Of course, infinity helps with the lightning damage and all that. So that's why, like, it was like a perfect answer for me. And here too, I mean, yeah. Because I have the soul drainer, like, I'm able to drain mana, right? And that relieves my mana problem. Like, I don't have that problem anymore. Oh, and by the way, one thing, going back to that e-bugging, like, if you swap to bow and swap back, it's gonna reset. So you gotta do it again. So every time you bow, or use weapon swap, just, you gotta do it again. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so that was pretty much the whole run. It was really fast. Oh, I guess I missed something here in these areas, but it should be like almost nothing, I think. So right now I just need something to leech. Yeah, there we go. Lay some traps, Death Sentry. And for me, since my Whirlwind is on the left, what I do is shift is my whatchamacallit, like one of those keys, I forgot. It's on the option somewhere, yeah. It's like stop or don't move or whatever, or attack as it is. So I just teleport and I shift and left click on the empty ground. Like Whirlwind, it's kind of funny sometimes, right? Like if you Whirlwind to a target, like it doesn't necessarily really like go there, kind of. It's weird, I don't know, like it's kind of hard to describe, but you guys should know what I mean, playing Barbarian, right? So I always try to like click on an empty ground. That's just me. That's the kind of the game style and the habit that I developed after years of playing this stupid game. Oh man, over 20 years. Why am I still here? Jeez. And all the new games, they're, I don't know, like, yeah, the graphics are crazy, like, like Witcher's, Witcher series, and like, God of War, like Last of Us. It's like, oh my god, Yeah, I have PS4, so I have Last of Us too, but I don't know, I'm just not a console guy, I'm a PC guy. I like PC games more, I think. Like, especially online MMO, like I play WoW for like over 10 years, and like I played EverQuest, and so that was a big game. EverQuest was seriously, it was better than World of Warcraft, still is. So I just kind of repost like, so that's a little bit of annoyance, I guess, like when you have to kind of like re-speed yourself, but it's a small noise. Thankfully it's not a huge one. And yeah, I forget to resummon her here, but that's up to your preference too. Is she really need it? And some people don't like the fact that she does the Mind Blast, which sometimes charms the enemies, especially in the Bale waves, right? Like you're like, everyone's like busy killing, and then there'll be like 2 trash mobs up, and it's like everyone's like, dude, like get rid of that fucking, that assassins, like, don't ever have your pets out. Yeah, assassins hear that the most. So yeah, I guess single player is fine. I don't care. But at least, it's kind of showcasing what kind of, I guess, the weapon, viability. I think, again, the claw choices are critical. Do your math, do your homework, and try to get that right base, and try to accomplish what you want to do. So, for me, like, weapon block is really critical. I mean, it's only 1 point to get there, but, like, right now, I'm not maxed out. Ooh. Okay, let me, no, fortunately. So I know my weapon block could put like 1 or 2 more points in there right now. So, I'm sorry, not my weapon block, claw mastery. So you see, Like if I had to go here, I would have to put 3 points, right? If I had to go here, I mean, all those points I saved up because I didn't have to, thanks to my claws. So I think that's a huge thing that you need to calculate ahead and check what's in the market. I mean, I think I have an interruption. Give me a second. Sorry everyone, my wife needed me momentarily. So let me go ahead and get back. Rebuff. Get her out and do that. There we go. So it's pretty enjoyable class, because of the pure damage from the Lightning Sentry. Oh. Wait a minute. Did I? No. I mean, it looked like already, Diablo got summoned or something. I was kind of tripping out. Yep. So it's just very nice, very smooth. And you're doing both melee and, spell casting. So kind of, gives you the feeling of a battle mage. And I really enjoy that. And look at all that rapage. Oh my god, cleanage. And it's so fast. So it's really, enjoyable. And one thing, like I built this tune, I love it so much. And I love assassins so much. And like, I wonder, right? Like the damage from the venom. Like, I know there's like a venom build, but those are usually set to be like PvP builds. Yeah, sorry, but Diablo just, because Lightning Sentry, so quick. But I got a curiosity. I was like, wait, like, what if I try to max the poison damage, And how high can it go? And I did some reading, some searching. And it's kind of like, oh, poison is more for like PvP. So, okay. But, I love this so much. I spent the time and the money and the effort to build that too. So I have 2 Whirlwind Assassins. One, this, which is more standard, I guess you would say. And the other one, who's purely poison damage. And the way the poison damage works too, like, I'm no expert in any of that, but, I read through, I did some testing. It's weird, like, one thing, you never want to have poison charms, it looks like, if you're like that poison. Because the way it stacks and everything is all weird, I don't know. Anyways, let me go on. So, ooh, wow. Okay. Uh-oh. Might be dangerous. But this is where, the effect from... Oh, shit. There we go. Yeah, fade. Because, they say fade gives you the innate, like what? Percentage on damage reduction. So, wow. I had to pause. Sorry, guys. I don't like the pot because kind of makes me think like the build is weak. But yeah, when you see those black soul looking things shooting those lightning stuff at you, no, fuck that, dude. I'm potting. Yeah, I'm not gonna lose EXP and all that. Yeah, I hate those guys. I'm sure everyone does too. There are still mobs that kill people. The most notorious are those little guys that suicide and just explode right in front of your face and you just ba 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 and just die. These are the second guys, the black soul looking things. And they are black souls. And these guys are the worst. You see, they also like, burn mana and stuff from what I experienced. Right now I'm poisoned as well. I need something to leech off of. No mana. Yeah, now there we go. And yeah, black souls, when you kill them, they don't give you mana, from what I recall. Or you don't leech off of them, so it's really kind of bad. It's not a good combo. So let me just kill these guys just to leech. But not that much leeching too, huh? And maybe... Well, you know what? I should, lay some traps too, but... kind of makes me think. Maybe I should put a BK ring back on. Anyways, that's something for later. Now, should I just go back to town and heal once? Let me see. Oh, what the hell? Where am I going? Okay. Trying to find this. Oh my god. Don't tell me I'm like going the wrong way. I got a pot. Yep, that was totally the wrong way. So it looks like... Yeah, I hate that. My god, it's like right next to me. Sometimes it does that too, you know. It's like, oh wow, and here's a here's a recovery. And oh wow, what is this? The throne room is like the worst combo. I'm gonna pot. Man, I haven't like potted this much in so long. My god, I feel like I'm leveling. Oh, but you know, I haven't like level properly in so long. Yeah, the beginning of Resurrected, I'm sure it's gonna be crazy. I'm sure the server is gonna crash. I bet it's gonna be a lot of people logged on at once. And you know, every time the ladder resets, like I have never done that where like I read people like they will take like 2-3 days off of even work or something, where like they form a team, usually of like 8 people full, and they just run like until like they get to at least nightmare bail, and then you know once they get there, they just bot, and you know that's how it begins. SOJ drops a lot in Nightmare Mephisto. I'm sorry, did I say Bale? I thought I said Mephisto. Anyways, yeah, in Nightmare Mephisto, SOJ has a chance to drop, I believe. Even, no, did Andy? No, was that? I forgot, but you guys know, those crazy people, you all know the targets you gotta kill in the very beginning, what you need to farm, like the, the tower in Act 1 for the runes, and make your simple basic rune wars, and get going from there. Buy like 2 sockets by refreshing the game and whatnot. Yeah, so I haven't done any of that. I mean, yeah, so I don't know. I'm just gonna take it chill. It's like, I don't want to spend too much money if I do. And I mean, so many questions still. I mean, the botting, right? Is it gonna allow botting? I think not. So I don't know. It's gonna be linked to your BattleNet. So if you bot and then if you get caught and they ban your BattleNet, I think you have so much more to lose than like, the old days like this. Like with this style, all you gotta do is just buy the game again. And right now the game is like $20 for original expansion, $10 each. So it's not that expensive. But well, I guess people could still like, I guess Resurrected was like what, $30? So people could still make like multiple accounts and buy Resurrected too. It's not too bad, huh? It's $10 more each. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess, we'll see. And people have already duped stuff. And I saw the duping on YouTube. This Korean guy duping like this one ring. Like, it was so stupid easy. I was like, wow. I mean, it looks like it's public, everybody knows too. So, we'll see, It's gonna be like the very original days of LoD of Destruction when the game, the expansion came out. I mean, original Diablo was exciting too. But I think the game like really took off with LoD of Destructions. So, anyways, here's Bale. He's kind of like, I'm not whirlwinding because like whirlwind, the attack rating is gonna be so low. Let me see. Yeah, 70. It's not that bad actually, but yeah, I wasn't whirlwinding. So, anyways, yeah, that was the run. Let me just refill some. Yeah, so it's based off of the Lightning Sentry, and you're mooching a lot of that, yes, but at the same time you have the melee viability, and for me, as you saw, it's quick, fast, I can teleport, I don't really worry about mana, as long as I have enemies around, and killing bosses definitely isn't slow at all along with the Lightning Sentry. And there are other variations off of this too, so you can mix and try, maybe change some gears. You could try to get dual leech ring and maybe open up the glove slot. But why would you open the glove slot with? I mean, 20 increased attack speed, I mean, you don't need that really. So, but anyways, hopefully, this was an inspirational video for those people to give it a try. And yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much and have a good one.